Hello, dear colleagues. My name is Marina Tsihelska. I'm from Ukraine. And today I will tell you about our experience in using concept maps to scaffold learning in mixed ability English classroom. That will be a brief video which will follow the presentation that I did for NILE TESOL a week ago. So let's start. Please, like you see here, who I am. I own the educational center into class. I also teach at the university, and we will talk about inclusive teaching, what it is, how to practically apply what we do, and we'll do some conclusions. So here are my colleagues, and here is what we do. We teach English through the concept maps or metacognitive schemes, or we just call them interclass maps. You see them here. It is very effectively because when we do this, we develop, we structurally present the information, we develop the thinking skills of our students, and that is how we reach the success. So we started with the students who are really not experienced in language learning. They are the students from working families, middle-class families. And for them, English is not a source of communication. So what do you do when you have such students? What do you do when you have mixed ability classrooms? You need to teach them effectively. And for this, we support their learning. We support their learning so that it was accelerating for the whole group, not only a couple of students who are fast finishers or who are like quick learners. And that is why we have developed lots of concept maps. And now let's look what these maps are. So here is one of the maps. It is the map sports. You see that we can have this map that is a topic map. It combines all words that we want our students to know from the topic sports. But also we have the so-called speaking maps, when we can talk about a sport using this vocabulary and add some other categories or topics. For example, for talking about a sport, we can talk about individual or team sport, and see, the question will be what type is it, and the answer will be, for example, softball is a team sport. Then we will ask what kind is it. Of course, we can ask what kind of sport is it, but for the fourth grade or for the fifth grade, this question is already a great question. Then we can ask about a place. Where is it on? Or what place is it on? What equipment does it require? What clothes does it require? What protective gear does it require? And what injuries does it cause? And with the help of such a concept map or metacognitive scheme, we get the projection of the language, but we also get the recursion. It means that our students, for describing one sport, they don't need to learn all words by heart. They will just pick up the words that they need for this description, for this kind of speaking. but they will also browse the whole set of words here, and that is how their language will grow, even if they are not quick learners and they don't remember the vocabulary well. So that is how we teach effectively. We connect topics, we use pictograms, we use color coding, and we develop their thinking skills. So what is the basis of this projective recursive technology? Number one, we need symbols for the parts of speech. We have a diamond or a rhombus for an adjective, an oval for a noun, an arrow for a verb, then another noun like what will be represented by a rectangle, and trapezoid will be, or parallelogram. Well, that is not a trapezoid yet. So we'll represent an adverb, and we will also have an arrow for an important detail. You see that with this, we don't overload our students with the difficulty of talking about syntaxes, but they already can structure their sentences very effectively. Pictograms are everywhere in class. We have lots of maps. We have pictograms for the board. You see they're here. And this is how our learners learn to produce very accurate utterances. Color coding. Yeah, we use color coding for, as you see, for different parts of speech. And also we use color coding for coding different topics. And let's look at how we start. This is the very, very first projective recursive map. This is the very first map. And you see that the students, they have already learned the colors, the shapes, and the numbers. So here she will, but we will watch this very, very first attempt to speak with metacognitive schemes. Let me share the sound.
Is a red circle. It is an orange diamond. It is a blue square.
Okay.
It is a pink heart.
Yeah, heart.
You see that here the child doesn't know, the student doesn't know, she doesn't know all words by heart. She hasn't mastered shapes yet. But with the help of the word image, the pictogram, and the color coding, she already can talk. Of course, that is not that she produces really elaborate sentences, but remember that this is like 1 month after the kids started the education, maybe less. Yeah? So we use the same symbols for producing all maps, and especially it is vivid in the topics time and weather, where you see we can talk about a season, a month. Again, kids will ask what month is it, what day is it, what time is it, what weather is it, what clothes do we have on. So the maps are structured, they have different categories, and these categories give us a lot of opportunities to play with. We may review the maps just in categories, we may do it just, we may do only months. We may use categories to build questions, like what month is it? We may like we move backwards for using questions, and for answers we move forward. And also we can play a lot of games, like odd man out, name the category, write the sentences down. So lots of activities, you name it, may be used with this map. And now let's see how the map progresses, how it becomes more complex, and how the students of the 5th year, these are the 4th year students, how they talk using the map.
What date was yesterday?
Was it yesterday? Okay.
Yesterday it was Monday, the 20th of November.
Okay, welcome. Your question to Sasha.
What holiday is celebrated in September?
Okay.
Day of Knowledge is celebrated in September.
Your question to Asa.
What time is it?
What time is it?
It is 3 past.
You can see here that this map is much more advanced. Kids talk already about today, yesterday, and tomorrow, but the principle is the same. Like, what date is it today? What date was it yesterday? What date will it be tomorrow? For Ukrainian kids, it is rather difficult to learn how to build English sentences, because Ukrainian is not an analytical language, it's a synthetic language. So, and this helps them understand the analytical structure of the English language. Plus, when the maps advance, we every year go through this spiral when each time this the vocabulary becomes more and more complex. So if we compare these maps from the 1st year, when they just name the season, then at the 2nd year they ask questions and answer, then you see how the complexity grows. Here we add already the months plus holiday. In the 4th year we add the date, and they can tell the date. Today is Monday, then the date and the month. They can talk about holiday. And what is really important, they learn how to transform and how to use synonyms. They can say that there is sun, so the weather is sunny, or it is 5 degrees above zero, so it is warm. These transformations will help later when they prepare for the exams. So what we do again, and that is now we are close to the completion. And so we group the vocabulary, and we start doing it from the very beginning. It is not a frequency principle, so you can meet quite different words. They may be considered difficult, but they are not if they create the whole picture in the minds of our students. We use this in the metacognitive schemes, and the schemes contain pictograms, color coding, and the vocabulary grouped in categories. These categories, they constantly merge one with another, like colors go well with a number of topics, shapes the same, then different kinds of adjectives, opposites, size. And here is an example how the same kid that we saw earlier, how she has progressed, and she's talking about a fruit.
Apricots.
Okay.
An apricot
is a fruit.
Okay.
The apricot is big. The apricot is an circle,
Circle and
circle and oval.
oval. Okay.
The apricot is orange
And
and red
red, yes.
and green,
And
brown.
okay.
The apricot is juicy.
Okay. Soft.
You see that when we learn the adjectives in pairs, in opposites, it is easier to pick up an adjective like soft or dry, juicy or dry or juicy, yeah? Soft or hard, this way here. And it helps us to construct phrases accurately. And what is really great for this SIG, that it can be used, or these maps can be used for teaching multi-level learners, like mixed ability groups. And for young learners, and not only for the young learners, these maps, they give the sense of success. And the situation of success is easily created when we use this kind of scaffolding, this kind of support. So here are different maps, and we also can have story maps, for example, about three little pigs, and the same, we have pigs, we have houses, and we have what their houses are and what the pigs do, and we can talk about this using rows, columns, or using this horizontal lines. For example, there are three little pigs, Percy, Peter, and Patrick. And there is a big bad wolf who is hungry and who wants to eat little pigs. Little pigs built houses. They built three houses: the house of straw, the house of wood, and the house of bricks. Or we can say Percy builds. Or we can say there are three houses, there are three pigs, each has a house. Then the wolf blows houses down, and he blows the house of straw, the house falls down because it's not good. Percy runs to the house of wood. So then the wolf blows the house of wood, but the house of wood is not good, it falls down. So Percy runs to the house of bricks, and Peter runs to the house of bricks as well. Then Patrick, who stays in the house of bricks, he has Percy and Peter with him, and the wolf blows the house of bricks, but the house of bricks doesn't fall down because it is good and strong. Little pigs, Percy, Peter, and Patrick, make a fire. The wolf is hungry and he wants to eat, so he falls into the chimney, into the fire, and that is the end of the story. You see that we can use the same principle for simplifying the language, for making the language visual, and we can make our students successful, and we can help them understand how to retell, how to build the story, and how to be successful, actually. We also teach subjects using the same maps, and here is my most important message. If you want to use these maps, please, in the description to this video, I will leave the link to our store where there are numbers of maps, and you may look at the maps that you like, And if you like a map, if you want to try the map, so let me show it. Let me show it how it looks. If you want to try the map, you simply go there to the store. You choose the map. For example, if you want the topic, you can do it this way, yeah? And you want the topic clothes, and you will see what topic clothes, what different maps we have for this topic, and what extra materials we have. Please, there will be my email in the description as well. Please email me or contact me, and or we will create a group with Rana Shabu, or just we'll try to figure out what to do. And I will be really glad to share these maps and to help you and your students be successful. So thank you so much for your attention. Thank you for being today here with me, and I hope to work with you in the future, and good luck. Bye-bye.